Hello from the Lofoten Islands, a string of islands, archipelago of islands off the northwest coast of Norway. This, you're basically looking here at the extremity of Europe, the northern and northeastern extremity of Europe. Out there is the Arctic. We're in the Arctic now, we're in the Arctic Circle. Check this out here. This is the kind of scenery you get in the Lofoten Islands. Unbelievable. But the amazing thing about this island, this place, even though it's incredibly remote, there's lots of Viking history here, but there's actually a lot of Second World War history here as well, including buildings like this. It's a reminder that they were occupied by the Germans during World War II, and the Germans here built this, which I'm going to have a little look around now. They built this emplacement here. I think it was actually for radar, so they could keep an eye on the Arctic convoy ships, the ships that had left Britain and were going around to the Soviet Union. Check it out. Ooh. Looks like some kind of rotating tower there for the radar. Looks like a medieval castle more than the Second World War emplacement. But anyway, there we go. And actually, the Lofoten Islands have an important role in history because there was the daring raid on the Lofoten Islands. 4th of March 1941. The British Commandos landed here in the Lofoten Islands to destroy fish oil, which was an important source of glycerine, which made high explosives, and sink German shipping. And they landed here, and for the loss of only one man wounded, the British forces and some Norwegian free forces with them managed to destroy, I think, about 3,000 tons of fish oil and sink nearly 20,000 tons of German ships. So it was a daring and well planned and well executed raid by the Allies. Operation Claymore it was called. And so these Lofoten Islands, even these, that's what I find fascinating about the Second World War, from the tiny islands of the South Pacific to the extremities of Northeast Europe, the Second World War touched all of these landscapes. And that raid encouraged Hitler to send more and more troops to Norway, so that by the end of the war, when those troops were much needed on the Eastern Front, for example, there was something like 400,000 German troops stationed in Norway. So that raid, although people have argued about whether it was worth it or not, it did certainly produce some very interesting results.